Hello, Shagar here. We are doing Random Tuesday, which is Let's Play Doki Doki Literature Club Part 3. Last we left off, we got basically strong-armed into joining a club, and then we got talked into writing a poem. Now, as I mentioned before, I had to start over. I discovered as I did, the words that I select in each poem is actually different each playthrough. I did not realize this. So, for those that are experienced, I can tell you the little tsundere girl, what her name is, what is it? Natsuki. She was the one that ended up jumping up and down the most. And then, if I remember correctly, the next one was your childhood friend, followed up by Yuri. I may have gotten that last one incorrect. But anyway, other than that, I have followed the only other choice, which was who do I show my poem to first, which was right at the very end of part 2. Now, with all that out of the way, I'd like to go ahead and go through my introductions. A special thank you to my new subscriber, Sejiv Stormlord, another friend of mine. Welcome. If you're also new or you've been watching along and you want to get notified of my upcoming videos, or you just simply want to help out the channel but don't have the financial means to do so, even simply hitting subscribe is enough, and sharing my videos with your friends would be more than enough to help me, and I cannot thank people enough for doing so if you do. The second thing I want to announce is hopefully within the near future, I am actually getting closer to having artwork done. So I should have that within the, I want to say maybe a month or two. I'm trying to be conservative here. I don't want to rush my the person I'm paying to get my artwork to rush faster than is ultimately necessary, because I've been without art since I started, and I want good quality stuff, so I'm willing to wait for it. Next thing, once that is actually done, I am going to have my I'm going to have a Patreon up. Once I get that done, I'll mute that for now. Once I get my Patreon up, I'll get that in the description as well. My Discord listed down there. I am actually taking polls as I finish each game on what the new game to replace it is. If you do want to help decide what I play next, you can always go there. Second of all, Patreon members, depending on donations, will actually have a larger say in what I play because of that very reason. Information will also be included once I get that set up. So, with that all out of the way, I think that's pretty much everything I wanted to cover right now. I just basically am rambling so I can buy myself time to grab a soda. So, let's continue, shall we? In this wonderful, family-friendly game of Doki Doki Literature Club, where nothing bad at all will happen, and it's a completely innocent, not threatening or mind-altering game at all. So, I select the next person. I think I am gonna go with... Oh... Let's go with Yuri. I like her. I like her purple hair. She's quiet. Yuri stares at the poem. A minute passes. More than enough time for her to finish reading. Sorry. I forgot to start speaking. It's fine. Don't force yourself. I'm not. I just need to put my thoughts into words. Hold on. Okay. This is your first time writing a poem, right? Yeah. Why do you ask? I'm just making sure. I guess that it might be after reading it, though. So it's that bad? No. Did I just raise my voice? I'm so sorry. Yuri buries her face in her hands. I couldn't help but notice that it's been several minutes and we haven't really gotten anywhere. It might take Yuri a while to get used to new people. It's fine, I didn't really notice. What were you saying? Right, it's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers. And having been through that myself, I kinda learned to pick up on them. I think it's the most noticeable thing I recognize in new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick a writing style separate from the topic matter and they form-fit the two together. The end result is that both the style and the expressiveness are weakened. Once Yuri finds her train of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. Her stammering is completely gone and she sounds like an expert. Of course, that's not something you can be blamed for. There are so many different skills and techniques that go into writing a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it all comes with practice and learning by example and trying new things. I also hope that everybody else in the club gives you valuable feedback. Natsuki can be a little biased, though. Biased how? Never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. Sorry. It's fine. I'm not sure if Yuri is apologizing to herself, to me, or to Natsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now? Please do. I love to share my thought process behind it. Yuri smiles dreamily, as if there's a rare opportunity for her, which in itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club? Ghost under the light, the tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow, bathing. It must be this one. The last remaining streetlight to have withstood the test of time, the last yet to be replaced by the sickening blue-green hue of the future. I bathe, calm, breathing air as the present but living in the past. The light flickers. I flicker back. I'm sorry, I have such terrible handwriting. What? I wasn't thinking that at all. But it took you a long time to read. Well, I just don't read script very often. I actually think your handwriting is pretty. Huh? That's a relief. Also, I like the poem. Even though it's short, it was really descriptive. It wasn't too short? I usually write longer poems. Not at all. I'm really glad you like it. I'll be honest. Since it's our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mild? Something easy to digest, I suppose. Are you into ghosts, Yuri? I Actually, the story isn't about ghosts at all, Shagar. Really? I must have totally missed the point. Well, I suppose you did only glance it over after all. But remember that poets often express their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences in their work. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost, lingering in the last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past, and soon be left with nothing. That's a lot more solemn putting it that way. I hadn't even thought of that. That's impressive. It's nothing really. Well, it makes me happy that you think that. Just remember that it won't be long before you pick up these things too. Yeah, maybe you're right. I guess I'll have to keep trying. I'm counting on you. Alright, let's do my childhood friend. Huh? Sayori. This is a good poem, Shagar. Are you sure it's your first time? Hehe. Of course. It's not that good. Am I the kind of guy who would be writing poems in his spare time? Yeah, I guess you're right. But that's what impressed me. Well, to be honest, I was afraid that you wouldn't do it seriously, or that you wouldn't write one at all. I'm really happy that it was just you wrote one. It just reminds me of how you're really a part of the club now. Not to mention the fact that I'm standing right in front of you in the club room? Well, of course. I'm not really into it yet, but that doesn't mean I'll break my promise. See? It's like I said before, Shagar. Deep down, you're not selfish at all, you know? Trying new things like this for other people? That's something only really good people do. Thanks, Sayori. I'm not sure Sayori sees the full picture of my motive here. Then again, I can't deny that she's part of the reason I joined. Knowing how much this means to her and all. Yeah. And I'm gonna make sure you have lots of fun here, okay? That will be my way of thanking you. Alright, I'm going to hold you to that then. Yay! Now you'll read my poem too, right? Don't worry, I'm really bad at this. Well, see about that. Dear sunshine, the way you glow through my blinds in this morning, it makes me feel like you miss me, kissing my forehead to help me out of bed, making me rub the sleepy from my eyes. Are you asking me to come out and play? Are you trusting me to wish the rainy day? I look above, the sky is blue. It's a secret, but I trust you too. If it wasn't for you, I'd sleep forever, but I'm not mad. I want breakfast. I want breakfast. Okay. Well, that's definitely different. Sayori? This is just a guess, but did you wait until this morning to write this? No. Just a little bit. You can't answer just a little bit to a yes or no question. I forgot to do it last night. Well, at least that makes me feel a little better about myself. Don't be mean. I still try my best. Yeah. I didn't mean anything. I didn't mean to say that it was a bad poem. It came out nice, or how should I put it? It just sounds like you. Really? Yeah. Especially the last line? Or especially the last line. I made eggs and toast. Even though you were late to school. It's bad to skip breakfast. I get all cranky. Well, I guess there's no point in arguing. Anyway, thanks for showing me. This was fun. Monika's the best. Yeah. But next time, I won't forget. I'm gonna write the best poem ever. Well, I guess I look forward to it. Hi, Shagar. Having a good time so far? Yeah. Talking to Monika so far, if you're just listening in. Good. Glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we can do better, I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay? Yeah, I'll keep that in mind. Of course I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in. Oh, excuse me. Anyway, want to share your poem with me? It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to. Don't worry, Shagar. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know? But it's that sort of barrier that we'll all learn to get past soon. Yeah, that's true. I am Monique of my poem. I like it. I like it, Shagar. Really? It's a lot cuter than I expected. Oh, jeez. No. It's not. It kind of makes me think of something that Suki would write. And she's a good writer, too. So take that as a compliment. If you say so. Yep. By any chance, have you read anything by Shiel Silverstein? Maybe a long time ago. He's famous for telling all kinds of stories in just a few simple words. His poems can be funny, endearing, or even sad. And sometimes they're only a few lines long. They might even be like someone written for... feel like they've written for kids. But if you think about them, they can express views of the world that would apply to anybody. I see. So you're saying that Natsuki is kind of like that? Sorta. Maybe she's not an expert, but probably won't find much filler in her poems. They might be easy to write, but they're super challenging to get the meaning through. So I can see why it would be your kind of poem to explore. I'm sure I'll end up trying different things a lot. It could take a while before I feel comfortable doing this. That's okay. I love to see you try new things. That's the best way to find the new kind of style that suits you. Everything else might be a little biased towards their own kinds of styles, but I'll always help you find a way what suits you the most. So you don't force yourself to write the way everyone else wants you to write. It's not like you have to worry about impressing them or anything. Hehe. Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good. You sound pretty confident. I missed the last line, sorry. Well, that's because I have to sound confident. That doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know? Oh. Okay. You sound pretty confident for someone who claims to be very good. Well, that's because I have to sound confident. That doesn't mean I always have to feel that way, you know? I see. Well, let's read it then. Hole in the wall. It couldn't have been me. See the direction the speckle protrudes? A noisy neighbor, an angry boyfriend, I'll never know I wasn't home. I peer inside for a clue. No, I can't see. Real, blind, like a film left out in the sun, but it's too late, my retinas. Already scorched with the permanent copy of the meaningless image. It's just a little hole, it wasn't too bright. It was too deep. Stretching forever into everything, a hole in infinite choices. I realized now that I wasn't looking in, I was looking out. And he, on the other side, was looking in. So, what'd you think? It's very freeform, if that's what you call it. Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback. It's okay. Yeah, that kind of style has gotten pretty popular nowadays. That is, a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on timing between words and lines. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful. What was the inspiration behind this one? Well, I'm not sure if I know how to put it. I guess you could say that I just had some kind of epiphany recently. It's been influencing my poems a bit. An epiphany? Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. Anyway, here's Monika's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. If you try so hard to make it perfect, you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on paper and tidy it up later. Another way to think about this is, if you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you'll just get a big, dark puddle of ink. So just move your hand and go with the flow. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. I guess that's everyone. I glance around the room. That was a little more stressful than I anticipated. It's as if everyone is judging me for my mediocre writing abilities. Even if they're just being nice, there's no way my poems can stand up to theirs. This is a literature club after all. I sigh. I guess that's what I ended up getting myself into. Across the room, Sayori and Monika are happily chatting. My eyes land on Yori and Natsuki. They gingerly exchange sheets of papers, sharing their respective poems. As they read in tandem, I watch each of their expressions change. Natsuki's eyebrows furrow in frustration, while Yuri smiles sadly. What's with this? Natsuki. What's with this language? Yuri. Did you say something? Natsuki. Oh, it's nothing. Natsuki dismissively returns the poem to the desk with one hand. I guess you could say it's fancy, Yori says. Ah, thanks. Yours is cute. Natsuki. Cute? Did you just completely miss the symbolism or something? It's clearly about the feeling of giving up. How can that be cute? Yuri. I know that. I just meant the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice. Natsuki. Huh? You mean to say that you have to try hard to come up with something nice to say? Thanks, but it really didn't come out nice at all. Yori. Well, I do have a couple suggestions. Natsuki. If I was looking for suggestions, I would have had someone who actually liked it. Which people did, by the way. Sayori liked it, and Shagar did too. So based on that, I'll gladly give some suggestions of my own. First of all, Yuri, excuse me. I appreciate the offer, but I spent a long time establishing my writing style. I don't expect it to change anytime soon, unless of course I come across something particularly inspiring. Which I haven't yet. Natsuki. Yuri. And Shagar liked my poem too, you know. He even told me that he was impressed by it. Natsuki suddenly stands up. Oh? I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress our new member, Yuri. Yuri. That's not what you're just... Yuri stands up as well. Maybe you're just jealous that Shagar appreciates my advice more than you appreciate yours. Natsuki. Huh? And how do you know you didn't appreciate my advice more? Are you that full of yourself? Yuri. No. If I was full of myself, I wouldn't deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do overly cutesy. Natsuki. Sayori. Is everyone okay? Natsuki. Oh, you know what? I wasn't the only one whose boobs magically grew a size bigger as soon as Shagar started showing up. Yuri. Natsuki? Monika. Natsuki, that's a little... Ned and Yuri. This doesn't involve you. Sayori. I don't like fighting you guys. Suddenly both girls turned toward me as if they noticed I was standing there. Yuri. Shagar! She's trying to make me look bad. Natsuki. That's not true. She started it. If she could get over herself and learn to appreciate the simple writing as more effective, then this wouldn't have happened in the first place. What's the point of making your poems all convoluted for no reason? The meaning should jump out at the reader, not force them to have to figure it out. Help me explain that to her, Shagar. Yuri. Wait. There's a reason we have so many deep and expressive words in our language. It's the only way to convey complex feelings and meaning the most effectively. Avoiding them is not only unnecessarily limiting yourself, it's also a waste. You understand that, right, Shagar? Well? How did I get dragged into this in the first place? It's not like I know anything about writing, but whoever I agree with, they'll probably think more highly of me. So, of course, that's going to be, help me, Sayori! Natsuki! Natsuki glares at me, drying up any words I had in my mouth. So instead I turn to Yuri. Yuri? Huh? But Yuri's expression is so defenseless that I can't bring myself to say anything to her. Sayori! Huh? Yeah. Everyone's fighting is making Sayori uncomfortable. How can the two of you keep fighting when you're making your friend feel like this? Sayori. Shagar? Natsuki. Well, that's her problem. This isn't about her. Yuri. I agree. It's unfair for others to interject their own feelings into our conflict. Natsuki. Yeah, unless Sayori wants to tell Yuri what a stuck-up jerk she's being. Yuri. She would never. It's your immaturity that made her upset in the first place. Natsuki. Excuse me? Are you even listening to yourself? This is exactly why nobody likes... Sayori. Stop! Natsuki, Yuri, you guys are my friends. I just want everyone to get along and be happy. My friends are wonderful people. I love them because of their differences. Natsuki's poems, they're amazing because they give you so many feelings just with a few words. And Yuri's poems are amazing because they paint beautiful pictures in your head. Everyone's so talented. So why are we fighting? Natsuki. Because... Yuri. Well... Sayori. Also, Natsuki's cute and there's nothing wrong with that. And Yuri's boobs are the same as they always were. Big and beautiful. Wait, what? You've been looking too? Wait, I didn't say that. Natsuki and Yuri are like, Sayori. Sayori stands triumphantly. Monika stands between her with a bewildered expression. Yuri. I'll make some tea. Yuri rushes off. Natsuki sits down with a blank expression on her face, staring at nothing. So this is why Sayori is vice president. I whisper to Monika. She nods in return. To be honest, I might come off as a good leader, but I can organize things. But I'm not very good with people. I couldn't even bring myself to interject. As president, that's kind of embarrassing of me. And nah. It's not like I can blame you. I wasn't able to say anything either. Well... I guess that just means Sayori is amazing in her own ways, isn't she? You could say that. She might be an airhead, but sometimes it's wildly suspicious that she knows exactly what she's doing. Monika. I see. Take good care of her, okay? I would hate to see her get herself hurt. That makes two of us. Why do I feel like that's some kind of foreshadowing? You can count on me. Monika smiles sweetly at me, causing my stomach to knot. Such a genuine person really does make a good president, regardless of what she says. If I could only get the chance to talk to her a little more. Okay, everyone, it's just about time for us to leave. How did you all feel about sharing poems? Sayori. It was a lot of fun. Yuri. Well, it was worth it. Natsuki. Well, it was alright, mostly. Monika. Shagar, how about you? Yeah, I'd say the same. It was a neat thing to talk about with everyone. Monika. Awesome. In that case, we'll do the same thing tomorrow. And maybe you learned something from your friends too. So your poems will turn out even better. I think to myself, I did learn a little more about the kinds of poems everyone likes. With any luck, that means I can at least do a better job impressing those I want to impress. I nod to myself with a newfound determination. Sayori. Shagar, ready to walk home? Sure, let's go. Hee. Sayori beams at me. It truly has been a while since Sayori and I have spent this much time together. I can't really say I'm not enjoying it either. Sayori. How about what happened earlier? What do you mean? You know, between Yuri and Natsuki. Does that kind of thing happen often? No. That's really the first time I've seen them fight like that. I promise they're both wonderful people. You don't hate them, do you? No, I don't hate them. I just wanted to know your opinion, that's all. I can see why they make good friends with you. Phew. You know, Shagar, it's nice that I get to spend time with you in the club, but I think seeing you get along with everyone is what makes me the happiest. I think everyone really likes you too. That's... Heh. Every day is going to be so much fun. It looks like Sayori still hasn't caught on to the kind of situation I'm in. Sure, being friends with everyone is nice, but does it really need to stop there? Well, we'll just have to see what the future holds, Sayori. I pat Sayori on the shoulder. I said more to myself than to her, but it's easy to use Sayori as an internal monologue sometimes. Okay. Yeah. Let's do this. Okay, so we have Wrath, Sunny, Chocolate, Despise, Jump, Family, Heart, Depression, Daydreams, and Friends. Chocolate. Unrestrained, Vertigo, Bliss, Incapable, Hopeless, Nightgown, After Marriage, Headphones, Cute, Intellectual. Cute. Adventure, Amazing, Broken, Anger, Agonizing, Misfortune, Memories, Pleasure, Electricity, Music. Let's do Pleasure. Lollipop, Together, Sunset, Breathe, Tears, Rain Cloud, Rainbow, Wonderful, Death, Peace. Bubbles, Childhood, Atone, Pure, Fireflies, Determination, Meager, Philosophy, Passion, Horror. Pure. Strawberry, Ambient, Sing, Dance, Playground, Special, Pout, Inferno, Fear, Bouncy. Bouncy! Puppy, Misery, Kawaii, Boop, Twirl, Massacre, Laugh, Heaven Sent, Joy, Flee. Boop. Kitty, Unending, Bed, Ribbon, Cage, and Effulgent, Extraordinary, Incongruent, Hope, Disown. Let's go with Hope. Summer, Sadness, Forgive, Insight, Clumsy, Vivid, Lucky, Nibble, Fantasy, Valentine. Lucky. Eternity, Feather, Melody, Game, Silly, Starscape, Vivacious, Warm, Sensation, Parfait, Games. Cry, Vacation, Marshmallow, Giggle, Uncontrollable, Pink, Shopping, Papa, Milk, Sweet. Sweet. Email, Prayer, Inflatable, Pain, Whistle, Embrace, Infinite, Calm, Existence, Vitality. I want a hug. Happiness, Alone, Climax, Kiss, Loud, Tenacious. Variance, Skirt, Ocean, Desire. Desire. Candy, Love, Fester, Landscape, Unrequited, Entropy, Fluffy, Dark, Marriage, Socks, Entropy. Hot, Vanilla, Flying, Graveyard, Aura, Disoriented, Scars, Time, Shiny, Frightening, Shiny. Explode, Flower, Unstable, Covet, Suicide, Romance, Fun, Empty, Skipping, Fireworks. Fun. Destiny, Lipstick, Whirlwind, Extreme, Sticky, Portrait, Excitement, Hair, Holiday, Dream. Anime, Beauty, Anxiety, Bunny, Play, Heartbeat, Analysis, Precious, Rose, Essence. Anime. Swimsuit, Disarray, Poof, Spinning, Question, Uncanny, Melancholy, Raindrops, Disaster, Doki Doki. Swimsuit. Captive, Crimson, Colored, Jumpy, Cheeks, Shame, Smile, Mouse, Dazzle, Cheer. Smile. Another day passes and it's time for the club meeting already. One second. Well, that has been 30 minutes, so I'm going to actually save this here. I hope you enjoyed it. I have no idea what's going to happen. I just know that this could take a very quick turn really quick. I have no idea what that is, how it happens, why it happens, or what happens. I just know nothing bad at all will happen ever. And I'm sticking to it. So with that being said, this is Shagar signing off. I hope y'all have a good day and take care. So goodbye for now.